Howdy folks, Rambler here. I'm going to show you a quick operational video of the Lifestraw, if I can focus this, Mission gravity filter. So this is the filter body itself. As you can see, it's fairly large. It's about, a little bigger than my boot. The red spout is the dirty water spout. The red bulb is the backwash bulb. The blue tube is the clean water tube. We have the hose. We have the filter bag itself. It can hold 12 liters, I believe. I have it filled with about 6 or 7 liters at the moment. We take the hose fitting. It just snaps in. Excuse me a minute. There we go. Snaps in to disconnect. You have the blue button right there. Pops out. A little bit of water will drip once you unplug it, but let's plug it back in. Alright, it's plugged back in. Right now our hose is empty. First thing you need to do is down here, we need to open this red water valve. You can see water is going to start flowing. Let it flow for a minute. We want to squeeze this bulb. We want to close the red water valve. Squeeze the bulb again. Try and force some of this air out of the line. This takes about a minute to get the filter set up. I open the red valve again. Let the water start flowing. Squeeze the bulb a little. Looks like most of the air is out. I'm going to close it. Sorry, this is a little hard to do one-handed. Alright, so it looks like we got most of the air out. So I have a bottle kind of rigged here. As you can see, due to the size of the filter and on a hill, it's a little tedious. So I'm trying to just position this in here. You do have to kind of work due to this filter size to try and make sure that you keep the blue hose somewhat clean, which can be hard. So I'm going to open the blue valve here. I'll just hold it here, see if you can see the water start flowing here in a second. Now, this is a purifier. It will filter out viruses, so it is a little slower than your typical gravity filter. Once it gets going, it's usually decently fast. There we go, we've got a little trickle. And by decently fast, I mean it takes around, if you do a really good job priming it, about 3-4 minutes a liter. If you still have a little bit of air in the line, which it's almost every time I'll end up with a little air up there, it takes about 7 or 8 minutes it can be up to. But usually after it starts filtering a little bit, if you close the valve again and give the bulb a squeeze, open the red valve, you can kind of get a little more air out and it'll pick up the pace a little bit. Then you can get down to about 3 or 4 minutes, but if you don't want to sit here and fiddle with it, you can expect anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes, I'll say, is a good range for this filter. So it does nothing to improve the taste really other than filtering out particulates. But it will filter out viruses as well as all your protozoas and other bacteria that can be in backcountry water sources. Just wanted to give you a quick overview of how it goes together, how you get it working. It's pretty easy, though it can be a little finicky to get the air out at times. It has instructions on the bag. Really, so far, the only con that I have with this is the size, which can make it awkward to fill bottles unless you want to sit there and hold it with both hands. You know, if you're somewhere with a flat surface and you can rig the bag up high on a tree where it's just the right height, which is easy enough to do with just a piece of rope and a simple knot tying the bag around the tree so it can hang at the right height, it works pretty good. But if you're kind of making do with a little nub on a tree on a hillside, you'll probably find yourself preferring a pump filter or steripin or some other means of water filtration than trying to rig this up for a quick water fill up. If you have a large group of people, it might be a different story since the filter bag does hold a good amount of water. But, every filter has its pros and cons, and this is a quick look at the Lifestraw Mission gravity filter. Thank you. Howdy folks, Rambler here. I just want to show you real quick with this Lifestraw Mission gravity filter that it can be a little tedious finding a way to set up your container to filter water. As you can see, I'm here on a stream side, and I have it hanging from a tree. And while it filters at a fairly decent speed, you know, it's about a liter every, I'm going to say 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes. It just depends on how much air you get out of the line exactly. So decently fast for a gravity filter. But you kind of have to prop up your bottles and stuff just simply because the filter body itself is so big and kind of awkward that it's hard to position a bottle on the clean spout and not have it tip over, especially when you're on uneven ground like this on a hillside. It's just a challenge. You know, it's not the end of the world, but it is something you have to plan for. If I wasn't filming, obviously I could sit here and hold the filter in one hand and the bottle in the other and wait for it to filter. But one of the nice things about a gravity filter is you're supposed to be able to hang it and kind of let it do its thing. So this is kind of a flaw with the filter body being so large and kind of an awkward shape that it can be hard to fill bottles easily. So just wanted to show you this real quick. Thanks for watching.